Hey everybody, Marcus here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I have the Ruko F11PRO 2 with me today. Finally gonna get out and fly this guy. As you can see behind me, it is a cold, gloomy winter's day. But I've had this drone for several weeks and we just haven't had decent weather. We've had rain or whatever. Well, it's time to fly it. So even on a day like today, I am at Heroes Park. It is just above freezing at 34 degrees. We're going to take this guy and fly it around. As you can see, it is kind of gloomy. So, you know, we're not going to get the best, most vibrant, dynamic video we've ever seen, but we will be able to see how well the drone flies, etc. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, I've done all the calibrations and we got a screen recorder going and we are in, I'm going to show you real quick. We are in shooting in 4K 30 frames per second. Yeah, we should be good to go. You can see I've got the return to home set at 38 meters, so that's more than enough for where we're at here. Let's go ahead and start recording, and I'm going to do that on the controller, hitting that button, and there I can see it's counting down, so it started recording. Let's go ahead and fire up the motors here, both sticks down and in. Okay, we got the motors fired up. We're going to hit that button again. Maybe I need to hold it down to get it to take off. There we go. I just wasn't holding the button down long enough. And there's the little drone in the air there. So yeah, we'll spin it around here. You can see I'm I'm all bundled up kind of by the back of my truck here. Yeah, so let's see, we can bring the drone in just a little bit. It's holding its place in space there pretty good, so you can take a look at it, get it in front of the camera. And yeah, then we'll get it out. We'll pick up the camera. Well, I always forget that this has got the scroll wheel on the other side. Well, there we go. I was trying to scroll the camera up and down. I'm gonna have to pick the drone up because it won't aim any higher than what it is right now. So pick the drone up. But anyway, let's spin this guy around. I'm gonna point it the other way over the park here, and we'll do our droney. Okay, I've got the drone pointed over the park here. Let's do our droney. Reversing up now. Reverse. Well, it was heading straight towards the tree. I'm going to straighten my vector out a little bit. And reverse. And up. I was a little nervous going between those trees there, but we got her done. It always seems like trees want to suck your drone in. Okay, let's see if we can drop that camera down just a little. Boy, it kind of a touchy control on that gimbal, but we got it. And at this point, let's just fly it around a little bit. Let's go from one end of the park to the other, and I believe, yeah, we are in low speed mode right now. Let's see how fast this guy will go. We're not very high off the deck. Let's grab some altitude while we do it. Get up about 25, 30 meters high. There's about 30 meters, not quite. And let's see, 6.2 meters per second speed, so that's about 14 miles an hour or so. And boy, you can see all the trees have frost on them. It is a cold, gloomy winter's day, and I know it's not the best day to try out a drone and see if we can get some video and everything, but that's what we're kind of stuck with here. And I needed to get this review done of this drone, so let me see if I can turn it around the other direction here. We seem to have a pretty decent stable horizon. Let's turn it around here. Yeah, it's a little bit, there's a hint of a crooked horizon there, but not too bad. Let's bring it back towards us, and again, let's look at that speed, see if it's different coming back the other way. And it is a little bit. yeah, I don't know. There again, there's 6.2, 6.3, so it's about the same. Very little wind today, even though it's cold. Very little wind. It was, and like I said, you know, this isn't the best day to be doing a flight review on a drone, but I've had this drone for quite some time and just haven't been able to get out and fly it because of weather. So it was time to get something done, and today was an opportunity, so we did it. Let's try out the controls here. I'm going to go towards the flagpole here. Let me see if I can drop the camera down. Get a little bit closer, and I'm going to see if I can do a manual orbit of the flagpole. That kind of gives us an idea of the flight controls. And again, getting used to that gimbal wheel on the right side of the controller. I'm used to controlling the gimbal on the left side. So so let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm trying to do a manual orbit here. And as you can see, I'm struggling with the yaw a little bit, but we're getting it. We're getting it done, but not as smooth as I would like. Just kind of difficult for me to get the hang of that yaw. Now, in defense of the drone, I'll say this is the first time that I've done it with this drone, so you know, not used to the controls. Okay, speed mode wise now. Let's kick it up into high speed. So I'm clicking that button on the controller, and that is high speed now. And let's go ahead and back out to that other end of the park, and let's see how fast this guy goes. Yeah, that's kicking it up pretty good. There is 8 meters per second. That is about 18, 19 miles an hour, something like that. Yeah, we're getting it out there okay. Battery wise, we've still got 62% battery. Took me a while to get the drone going, so I could have burned up a little bit of battery doing that. And it's cold today too, right? So take that into consideration too. Cold definitely eats up batteries. Let's see if we can swing around the other way. And let's head back this direction, and we'll try that speed mode again. Boom. Yeah, it's the yaw control in particular. It's not as fine as I would like, and especially in sport mode, it makes it easy to overshoot. So that's kind of what's going on there. Let's bring it right over the top of us here. You can see me standing there next to my truck, and I'm going to show you something here. The pond. Let's see if I can drop that gimbal down again. You're going to look straight down at the pond. This pond is definitely, it is starting to ice over. Sure sign of winter when you see that pond starting to ice over like that. Let's get up a little bit higher. And we're going to cross the street there and go to that field across the street. Now, this is, by no means is it a range test. However, we'll just get it out there a ways and see how well we do with connection. So, out over the farmer's field, and I've got I'm being careful to point the flat part of the antenna on the receiver, or on the transmitter, directly at the drone. And you know, my usual trick here is to go behind the Walmart out here, and if I get out to that opposite corner, it's just about 1 kilometer. So that is typically what I do. And we're how high? We're about 60 meters high, so that gives the drone a good opportunity to get good signal. And so far so good. Looking good. But yeah, you can see how frosted over everything is. Boy, welcome to winter. Not a good, this isn't the best time of year to be flying drones, that's for sure. But I definitely wanted to get this flight review done. Again, I've had this drone for, oh gosh, well over a month now, and it was time to get the review done. I'm telling you, signal-wise, we're doing just great. We're about, I'm starting to get a little break up on FPV. Okay, I'm not going to push it. I am not going to push it. We're out about 700 meters. I'm going to see if I can turn it around here. And there's that big old Walmart right there. Walmart full of Christmas shoppers. And we're going to bring this guy back. In fact, I see it says battery at 52%. I am going to hit return to home, and let's see how well it does. Hit and return to home on the controller. And yeah, here it comes. Okay. You could tell it moved the drone around, and it took the command, and it's coming right back to us. Coming back at 8 meters per second, and the controller is beeping a little bit. We got a good satellite connection, and again, we're about 50% battery. First flight on this battery, so I am not going to chance anything. We're bringing it back while we have plenty of battery. You know, had I flown it a few times and had a few cycles on that battery, I might have pushed it a little more, but doesn't pay. But yeah, it's on a vector coming straight back to us. So again, I know you're not going to be able to see much on this video. It's as far as video quality, etc. And it looks like, I don't know if it stopped recording or not. I'm not seeing, and I didn't see when that happened, I'm not seeing the countdown on the recorder. I don't know if that was when I hit return to home, or so I don't know if it's recording anything or not, folks. I guess we'll find out when I look at that at the micro SD card, see what's on there. But let's point this guy down. And that's as far down as I can point the camera, and it should start descending. Yeah, okay, it's reorienting itself. All right, man, look, it's right on the landing pad there. So, well, let's just see how close it gets. Yeah, coming down here. It's not going to be too far off. A little bit off the pad, but right here on the pavement. That's pretty darn accurate, I would say. So you're going to see it in the frame of the action camera here in a second. Yeah, you should be able to see it now. And there it is coming down. And does it pick the camera up? No, well, it did. Once it landed, it picked the camera up. I would have preferred it to do that earlier, but yeah. And we're down with 33% battery. Let me get it all shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the Ruko F11PRO 2. I know this wasn't a great day to be doing a flight review, but sometimes you got to do with what you have, and it's what we had today. The drone flew okay. I will say the yaw stick was a little bit, it was hard for me to modulate that as good as I'd want to. You saw me try and do an orbit around the flagpole over here. Again, first time I'm flying this drone, so you can get used to those kind of things. And then the other thing that I'll say is, evidently I didn't see when that recorder quit recording. So did the drone actually quit recording, or is it just that it went into return to home, it changed the screen? I don't know. I'll find out when I get home and look at the video off the SD card, the micro SD card. You guys will know already. If you saw video from the drone, you'll see it on your screen. If not, what you saw was a screen recording. So in any case, I guess that's about it. Hopefully we'll get a nicer day when I can fly this guy and really give it a good workout and try out some of the intelligent flight modes. It'll do waypoints, and I think it does an orbit mode and a few other things. I think it'll do some tracking. Today just wasn't a good day for that, but we'll try that at some point. Anyway, that's about it. The Ruko F11PRO 2. This is Marcus with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we will see you on the next one. Bye now.